Hello to all my friends from the bridge. Today we're thinking about Matthew's Gospel again, chapter 14, verses 22 to 33, and what it means to love God, to have doubts about loving God, and when we take risks in the way that we love God. We're going to look at a Gospel reading where we see one of Jesus' disciples take a risk because he wanted to follow Jesus. The Fisher family have been on holiday this week. We've been by the seaside, and the Gospel takes place around water today, and it looks at boats. Let's say a prayer together. God of the wind and waves, thank you that you meet us when we are sure of our faith, when we are battling our doubts, wherever we are today. Amen. When the people saw the sign Jesus performed, Jesus knew they were going to take him by force and make him king. So he departed from the mountainside to be alone and somewhere that he could pray. When evening came, the disciples went down the lake to the lake, got into the boat, and set off across the lake. By now it was dark, and Jesus had not yet joined them. A strong wind blew, and the waters grew rough. Then, in the early morning hours, Jesus came towards them, walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him, they were terrified. "It's a ghost," they said, crying out in fear. But Jesus said to them, "Take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid." Peter said to him, "Lord, if it's you, order me to come to you walking on the water." Jesus said, "Come." And Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water. But he was afraid when he saw the wind, and he began to sink and cried out, "Save me, Lord!" Jesus reached out his hand and grabbed him and said, "You of little faith, why do you doubt?" When they climbed into the boat, the wind stopped, and those in the boat worshipped Jesus, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." My next challenge for you is to see if you can make an origami boat and perhaps decorate it with yourself or Peter or all the disciples in the boat, and then see if you can float it in your sink. I suspect it will sink quite quickly, but you never know. Take your piece of paper and fold it in half. Then fold it again. Turn the corners in. And press them down. And then turn your pieces up either side. And open up your boat. Ta-da! Godspeed you wherever you are this week, my friends, whether it be on holiday or at work, on your journey with your faith. See you next week.